Hi there, welcome back to a new journaling video. We're going to be creating in my December journal again. I'm excited to do this after making a really good start the other day. Something I don't do is do things in order. I kind of just do them as and when I want, but I do date the pages. So for example, I know I was going to do my movie page next. I haven't done that yet, but I'm really excited. I printed off a whole load of photos from our Manchester weekend, previous 2 weekends ago. Went up to visit our daughter and I'm fancying doing those photos, and this one with the envelope would be really perfect. So to me it doesn't matter that I've got these other pages in here. This is the perfect page for this story, so that's why I'm going to do that, but I will date it. So I've got the dates on there. I'm going to be using the digital kit, my digital kit today. So I'm going to be playing with that. And I haven't decided anything yet of where I'm putting things, where things are going. I'm just excited though to get these stories told. I've got these little journaling cards, which are quite cute. I've got these are some watercolor journal spots as well. I really like those. I'll leave a link to my Patreon, by the way, so you can see it on the tiers there. We've got some little journal boxes and then some papers. Oh, the notes could be cute. Oh, I quite like that actually. Yes, I'm going to stick that in straight away. I really like that. That's a good idea. Pop that in there. The nice thing about having a digital kit, you can print things off to whatever size you want. So I printed this one nice and small, but obviously if you wanted it larger you could. And then these actually go quite nicely. I might do this one as a little pocket. I think that would work really well. I just did that and I completely forgot to hit the record button. So I've just popped on the note paper. I hate it when I do that. I really thought it was recording. I've popped on the note paper and I was just sort of like having a little look through at the watercolor journal spots that I've made to go in the kit. And I've got some little journaling cards. I've stuck this one on with just 3 sides of sticky to use it as a little pocket. So yeah, that's how I'm starting with this one. So I think I'm going to have a little look through my photos next, cut them to size and decide what I want and where. I'm not quite sure if I will fit one of these in here. No, I'm going to have to cut them down a little bit more just to make them fit. And this will be perfect. I'm going to back these onto some of the papers. Actually, some of these from the kit would be quite nice, and then I can journal on the back.
So December journals, how are you doing? Have you started? Have you at least made the journal or decided what you're journaling? Have you done any journaling inside it? I'm feeling really good about mine this year. I'm in a really good headspace with it, as you know. And so today I am journaling about our trip to Manchester, like I said. So I've printed off the photos already. I did this just literally before I filmed this video, and I am just backing them onto some of the paper here. Usually I like to back my photos onto white paper, but as it happens, I've decided I'm going for a really colourful page today. I am just going to go crazy with all the colour. Colour makes me really happy, and this time of year in particular, I think it's really good to go full on with colour, so that's exactly what I'm doing today. I'm using, like I said, bits and pieces from my digital kit. I just started this kit actually. I think this is the 3rd one now that I've done, so it's early days, I'm seeing how it's going. I've already got ideas for next month's kit, which I'm really excited about, but I'm doing a little bit of a mix of like digitally made, like the papers here that you can see, and some of my own created papers as well. So like, you know, the little watercolor journal spots that you've seen, I'll be using those as well. So yeah, I'm really having fun with it, and I'm really enjoying using it. I like using digitals myself, so I have a monthly subscription box anyway, so it just seems a natural extension of that, and I'm really having fun. You can see the little watercolor spots there. Sorry, I realized as well I've got my photo on my phone on my desk next to me. I'm really sorry about that. I'd been using it for the photos, and then I was using it like to remind myself of the dates, and I completely forgot to move it out of shot. And I was filming, like I said, I was doing a Zoom at the time, and I was keeping an eye on the time, because I'm very aware that when we Zoom and we're all talking, time just runs away. They're an hour long, the Zooms, and I just can never believe how fast they go by, and I'm very aware that people's time is precious. Some people they're on their lunch breaks, and so I like to try and sort of keep them punctual, really, or at least let people aware of the time in case anyone needs to go, because this one today did overrun. Actually, it was a really good chatty one. I love our monthly community, our Patreon community. I know I talk about it a lot on here, but it's just such a lovely community. And today we were talking about December journals, and it's a really nice place to not only talk, but to actually see how people are doing and what people are using. For example, Claire today kindly showed us a book that she's creating as a special birthday gift. I'd never actually heard of this book before. It was called, oh gosh, I can't remember. I'm going to leave the wording down below so you can check it out. She'd seen it on TikTok, and it's available on Amazon, and it's a pre-made journal, and they supply you with prompts. She's gone for the smaller one with 60 prompts, and she's actually journaling inside it and including photos to create as a gift for someone special. And I just thought that was an amazing idea, and that's something I love about our Zooms, the fact that we can not only talk about these things but show them as well. I'm layering this up here, going in with the colour now. This is one of the journal spots, the watercolouring journal spots that I created. Excuse my nails, by the way. I removed my gel polish yesterday. One had come loose, and I thought, right, I don't want it to end up damaging my nails, so I ended up removing them, and I'm having them done tomorrow, so excuse the shabby look of them. Yeah, I've decided to layer these up. So these are the journal cards in the kit. See what I mean about having some digital and some handmade? I think it's a nice mix. I think they go well together, and I'm just going to pop this here. I want to document our Manchester trip. We went away for a couple of nights to see our daughter, and I've got quite a lot to journal, but I didn't just want a mass load of journaling on the page. I want this journal to be very visually creative, very visually exciting, so this way it breaks up the spots in where you're journaling, rather than just fill a page with journaling or pop it in the envelope so it's hidden. I wanted it to be really fun, so I've decided to create lots of little journaling spots over the page. This one here I'm going to cut in half. This is something I enjoy doing, and then I can pop half on one side here, and then I'll be able to pop half on another side. But it just means you can break up the journaling. One, it doesn't feel so overwhelming when you're actually doing the journaling, but it also looks visually very pleasing as well over the page. I've got that note paper as well, which will look really good. I just love the big bold colours of this, and I think for a weekend away, a Christmas market visit, I think it's absolutely perfect. So just kind of like moving things around to fit them in, layering them up. I think this is going to work really well with this page. Actually, I'm really pleased about this. Do you struggle with journaling? Something I find actually when you are doing a little journal like this one, because this one's not very big, it does make it much easier because you don't have a huge, great big page to fill with journaling, which I feel really makes it a lot easier. Something else that we discussed in the Zoom today, which I thought was really interesting. There's quite a few of us in the group that have adult kids now, or older kids, sort of teens onwards. And some don't have children at all. And we were just talking how a lot of things that you do around Christmas are very much geared around children. There's some really fun activities that you can do these days, even like the light trails. And they do all seem to be very, very sort of family orientated. And sometimes you can just feel that, I don't know, sometimes I just feel a bit out of place because I don't have little ones anymore. That kind of phase of life has passed us now. But I love how chatting, like for example, one of the girls was going away to do a light trail anyway that evening. And like she said, they'll just enjoy like the food carts and things like that. So that was really interesting, but also it was really interesting talking about how some people aren't doing the journals because they feel that they're not doing anything. They aren't doing all the fun visits and all the activities now that their kids are older. But then there was also people in the group that were just saying about how actually they're just documenting the everyday, what they're baking, just the chores that they're doing, the people they're visiting, what they're watching on TV. There's so many things that you can document. Jo, for example, is just doing a little bit every day of just her normal daily routine, her activities. And I really, really liked that. And I think that's a really positive take from this, actually, that you don't have to be doing something amazing every single day in order to do a December journal. There's so many other things that you can do. Like she said, she cleaned out the fridge ready for Christmas. That is a Christmas activity. It may not be visiting Santa, but it's still something that the majority of us do before Christmas. It's an exciting part of the lead up to Christmas. I need to do mine as well. I need to sort my fridge out and make lots of space for all the fun things we're going to be cooking. So I love that Jo is still continuing with the daily journaling despite not taking the kids out for hot chocolate or having an elf on the shelf. She's still finding the joys in her life to document every day. So I found this Zoom today really, really valuable. It was a really interesting one to talk about. So that's something I would like to pass on to you. Is this something that you're still able to do? Do you feel maybe if you're in the similar kind of time of life, are you still able to enjoy the December journaling, even though you may not be doing a fun activity pretty much every day? Are you still able to enjoy the normal everyday? And that was something else that we sort of discussed about, finding new traditions, that just because our lives have changed, it doesn't mean to say that we have to hold on to the old traditions, that we are now able to make new ones. And that's something that we're sort of embracing now, that our lives have changed, and that's okay. And we can enjoy other things. We don't have to try and replicate everything that our old life was. It is time now to make new ones. Ada and I went out for a really, really lovely walk on Sunday. That was my previous page that I journaled, actually. And that was something we wouldn't have done with the kids. We wouldn't have gone on a 7.5 mile walk on a Sunday morning. It was very muddy, so the kids would have loved that part when they were younger. And then we went on to a little Christmas market along the canal. That's something I probably wouldn't have done with our youngest when he was little. He was a bit of a tearaway. He had a lot of energy, and I didn't enjoy being around water like that, not deep water anyway. It made me nervous. So that's something that I've done now as an adult, something that I'm enjoying now. And they certainly wouldn't have been appreciative of being dragged out early hours, or not early hours of the morning, but an early Sunday morning. So we do different things now. We do enjoy different things that they wouldn't have enjoyed. And I think that is the key to it. You make your new memories, you make your new traditions. You can fully embrace and love the old ones, but it's now time to make sort of new traditions and new memories, and that's totally okay. So I guess that's something that my new style of journaling is embracing. It's the new. So and that's fine. I'm loving these little word strips. I've been cutting these up to include, look at the colour, you can really see it here, how I'm embracing the colour in this journal. I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to cut these little word strips. I do love a word strip. The thing I love about a digital kit is that obviously you can print it off as many times as you like. It's not just a one and done like a usual set of stickers. So that's really good, and these ones are really handy. We've got so many on here, just words like hot drink, memories, all kinds of things, story time. So these will be really handy for any type of December journaling. I really hope that these chats are helping with just ideas of what to journal and things like that, because I think you can feel a little bit stuck sometimes. And I do find, for me, kind of bulk journaling, doing a few days at a time. So I'm doing this page here, just of a weekend away. But then I know I need to do my movies list as well, so I still need to do that day. So I am doing like 2 things in one. But I don't always do days. I will do sort of like general, like treats or drinks, things like that as well. So I do sort of like, my type of journaling for December has changed. But I do find it really helps chatting with other people as well. So I hope, obviously, if you weren't part of the conversation, that this has actually helped you today as well. I'd love to hear if it has, and if it's maybe given you some ideas. And what I said before, and I've spoken about this on here as well, if you don't want to do a full December journal, you can just have a general December journal and just do a couple of pages each year in it, especially when your kids get older. That could work really well for you. I did do a video talking about that on a few weeks ago, and I've actually started a journal for that, so I will leave a link to that below. So I've actually got 2 December journals on the go, but they're both very different. I'm already looking forward to seeing this one done. I think it's just going to be so colourful. I just can't wait. There's just something very exciting, and you just feel a real sense of achievement when you actually complete a small journal in over a short amount of time, because most of us, our journals just go on forever and ever, don't they, or they feel like it. So this one is one that I guess it takes me 2 months. I start it at the start of December, and then I like to have it finished by the end of January. So 2 months isn't too bad, is it? So yeah, it just makes me happy. There's just that, like I said, sense of achievement of actually finishing it. So Manchester, we had such a lovely time. I do have a video that I'll be sharing on Sunday, actually, on my vlogging channel. Just in case you weren't aware, I also have a vlogging channel where I just kind of like vlog life stuff and home stuff and things like that. But we went to visit our daughter in Manchester. You can see us there by the Mickey ears. Selfridges have a Disney pop-up, and I've heard amazing things about it. So we went along to check it out in Manchester to see what we think. If you're interested, it is on the video, on the vlog on Sundays. You'll get to hear about that. We were so blessed with the most amazing blue skies, as you could see. The first day it was quite grey, a little bit drizzly at times, but it was fine because it didn't actually pour down. And one time when the rain got a bit heavier was actually when we were sat there with our hot chocolates, as you can see, and it actually made it feel even more special. It was so nice. We'd already decided there's a few places where you can grab hot drinks, and we'd already chosen where we wanted to go. It's down, I think it's King Street. It's one of our favourite roads in Manchester, actually. It's just got a really nice feel. It's got some nice stores down there. There's Neil's Yard that we really like, and it's just got a really kind of homely feel to it. And the food market down there is really good. So we always enjoy that part of the market each year. I say always, this is our second year of doing it. So we'd already decided, despite walking around, that this was where we wanted to go, and we were so pleased. It's not as busy as a lot of the other areas, and we easily got a table and we sat there with our hot drinks, and I had mulled cherry wine, actually. The cherry wine was so nice, and Aid went for a hot chocolate with colour, and Holly, our daughter, had a mulled spice cider. So we sat there with our mugs, and we're able to purchase the mugs after as well. You can pay an extra $3.50 and you get to take a clean mug home with you. So we did that. So we've got a little memory of them. And I think that's all part of memory keeping as well, isn't it? It's got Manchester Christmas Markets 2025, so that made me really happy. So we bought those as well. So we were sat there all snuggled up with nice music playing. It was drizzling outside, there was twinkly lights, and it was dark, and it just felt really, really nice. So let me know if you've done any Christmas markets. Are there any you recommend? We've got Bath close to us. We've yet to go. We didn't go last year. But I always hear how busy it is, and actually it's not very nice. I wonder if it's almost too busy, too touristy. And I guess it also, saying that, it was a weekday that we went, but it didn't feel crazy, whereas Holly sent me some photos of some of the days on Sunday where she's walked past and there's huge queues for everything. So Monday night obviously is a good night. I'm just going around with my pen. You know how much I love a little dotted line. I think it kind of just adds to it. I think sometimes as well, when you're using digitals, to add your own little spin on things can really help. It just makes them feel a bit more personal to you, but also they're not so flat because you're doing something to them. So I really recommend that, actually, that just because they're digitals, you can still add a few little stitches. If you want to do a little bit of hand sewing, you could stick on a bow. You can add your own watercolours on top, or even just add some penciling or something like that, or some doodling. You could actually doodle around where the colour is here and do a little frame. That could be quite sweet. Or even you could actually use the white to pop a photo on, cut a photo up. You could actually cut out, if you've got a craft knife, cut out the centre, pop it over a photo so it becomes a frame, and then you could even journal in the painted part. That would look really, really cute. I quite like that idea, actually. So just because they're printables, it doesn't mean to say that you can't get creative with them. Doodle over them and add penciling, whatever you want. Make them a little bit prettier if you want to. Make them your own. I think that would be quite nice. I like the fact that I've turned this one into a little pocket. I think that's turned out really well. I'm quite chuffed with that. You can never have enough pockets. I must find out some of our receipts, actually, from Manchester. That would be really fun, because I've included in the photos some of our coffee places. A lot of them these days, though, they don't always do receipts. They hand you over an iPad and you pop in your email address to have it sent to you. But I do quite like a receipt, and if ever I'm offered one in these types of places, I do take them, because I do like to add them to my journals. Now, that's something else, actually. Let's talk about that here. If you do have things like that, bear in mind that things do fade in time. So I know that a lot of people do photocopy or even photograph things. See, just because you're photographing something, it doesn't have to be a shiny, glossy photo. You could photograph something and then print it out on printer paper. That would be really good for a receipt. And it's just a different type of paper, so you know it's not going to fade in the same way. I've made that mistake before. I actually had a really big wooden heart-shaped frame, and I decoupaged it with all my receipts from a New York trip, and they've all completely faded. It is just pretty much a white frame now, but this is going back 2016. And I don't think things like that were spoken. And I guess YouTube wasn't around like it is now. It was around, but nowhere near what it is today. We didn't use Instagram in the same way, or people using TikTok. So I guess we're a lot more aware of things now. So in hindsight, I wish I have photographed them and printed them off onto normal paper, because it's quite sad, really, because we went to some fun places, and it's just a nice way to remember things. And this is what it's all about, isn't it? It's about memory keeping. So whether or not you are doing the mundane job of cleaning out a fridge, or whether you're doing a Secret Santa Christmas swap in a workplace, it's memory keeping. It's your memories. So I think that's important to remember. And I'm just going over now. I love a scribbly bit of pencil. I did this on my first page. These were some, if you've seen me actually create this journal, if you haven't, I'll leave the link. I created these chevron stamps, and I'm going over, I did the first page with pencil, and I've decided to do that with all of them now. I'm really loving how this page turned out. The colours make me so happy. They really do.
Love this. I'm actually loving my journaling at the moment. I am going to, I think, work on my next one. I might even, actually, that might be an idea, because I wanted to do my movie page. I quite like the idea of just doing that, so I've got quite a lot of space. I might just do that, because I really want to get that started actually. Let's pop that on here. We need a little space for a little bit of a title. Oh, I like that. Good things here. I'm just going to use the same papers and bits and pieces. And also it all matches then when you use the same bits. Oh, I might actually move that down slightly. Pop that on there. I need to go back through the history of TV and see what I've watched so far. I also watched some of the movies on YouTube as well actually. What I am really enjoying is scribbling a little bit over the arrows, the little chevrons. I really like that. I might just have various boxes to keep the journaling bits in, the movies. I quite like that idea. Pop that under there. Because last time I just had it in one big list on my page and it's just not that pretty, to be honest, when it's just one big list. I'd rather it looked a bit more fun, I think. So let's do that. Make it a little bit more fun. Actually, let's remove that. What I like about the digitals as well is that obviously if I wanted any more, you can just go in and print them off, which I really like. Let's do that. I haven't been very gentle with that. That's just printer paper, so it's just a bit more delicate than a piece of card. Pop that on like that. I don't know if I need this now. No, I'm going to leave that for another one. Might actually include... No, I'm going to leave it like that for now and see how that goes. I could actually... Yeah, I might actually pop that on there. That would be quite fun. And I need to have something to say movie list. Let's include the... Oh, actually, let's include these. Might pop that down there. I could put like a favourite one there. Actually, I might even do both of those on there. Put those. Let me know what your favourite Christmas movie is. I think I've gone off all the big hitters. I call them the big hitters. I actually prefer the little sweet Hallmark movies. I really, really like those. I don't care that they're predictable. Maybe that's what I like about them so much. I just really, really enjoy watching them. They make me really happy. I'm going to keep this page quite simple, I think. We haven't watched any of the big... Oh, actually, saying that, we did... tell you what I might do. For example, I'm going to put where the tree is. I'm going to write on here, Pete's Christmas whilst decorating the tree. I like that. And I need to go through, we've also watched, I might do a little list up here as well. Jingle All the Way. I need to go through my Hallmark movies to see. That's the good thing actually nowadays, because obviously you can just look back on your history of the TV to see what you've watched. Oh, I might actually include that there. That would be quite fun. Put that under there. Yeah, I'm liking that idea. Add some arrows just to break it up a little bit. What have we got here? Changed my mind. I am going to have a little move around and see if I can pop this at the top like that. I'm going to use some of these stickers as well. Let's have movies on here. And if you've got any recommendations for any good Christmas movies, please let me know. Oh, we watched a good one the other night. I need to have a look. I think, I can't remember if it was on Netflix or not. I must have a look. It was such a good movie. I really enjoyed that. They're just so relaxing. Yeah. And I might actually whenever I do this and I haven't quite worked out the space enough, I will add a little heart, and this time I'm going to add an arrow as well, so that it actually looks like I was meant to do that. And I might just go around in my black pen like that, roughly there, and do the same again here. I do quite like a doodle, and I think I have almost finished today's journaling session. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I really hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me today. I am very pleased with what I've achieved in my journal, and it's been a very fun session. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care, and good luck with your December journals. I hope they're going well. See you soon. Bye.